welcome to Unity of Melbourne, and happy solstice, happy last night of Hanukkah tonight, I believe, and Merry almost Christmas. We want to affirm that something wonderful is going to happen to you because you made the decision to be here today and celebrate the God of your understanding. Please stand and join us in our opening song today, Hark the Herald Angels Sing. Together. We love and accept ourselves and others and heal our world. Now please take a moment and greet and bless your neighbors. Hugs, handshakes. If there's someone here you don't know or haven't seen in a while, please make a point of learning some names and greeting some folks that you don't spend time with all the time. Let's all take our seats, please. Find your way to your seats. And we're going to invite Reverend Harold Correa to come up and open with prayer.
And as we settle in, if you wish to just relax in your seats right where you are, if you wish to close your eyes, know that we are here in divine order. We welcome Spirit into this room, into the sanctuary, knowing that we are to experience whatever we are to experience, to learn, to commune with each other, and to let our joy be known to all those around us. We accept this in and through the name and the power of Jesus Christ, and so it is. Amen.
And now we'll bless the children, our children in this ministry across the hall in Sunday school, and all the children all around the world. So let's rub our hands together, get some energy going, and we'll direct it across the hall and around the world, and we'll say together, children, we love you. We bless you. We appreciate you, and we behold the Christ you are. And do we have someone, Beth Lambden's coming up to read for us this morning, our Daily Word Advent reading?
And before I do that, so good morning. And Beth, I understand that today is Reverend Vernell's birthday. So if we could send her happy birthday greetings. Yeah. So happy birthday, Reverend Vernell. So the word for today is joy. It's December 21st, 2025. And it looks like I need to hear that, doesn't it? Be here now. So I'm going to ask you to repeat the affirmation with me at the end of the reading, and it's pretty short. As Advent season draws to a close, I celebrate the light that glows from within me, the light of the Christ within. Just as the three wise men journeyed to Bethlehem to see the newborn child, my journey through Advent has led me to discover the faith, peace, and love that are always mine. These are the true gifts of Christmas, ones I carry with me all year long. No matter the challenges and obstacles I may be called to face, I will draw from my infinite storehouse of joy to remain optimistic and centered. Joy is mine today. It is the fulfillment of my Advent journey, my divine inheritance. It is in the fullness of my heart, the contentment of my mind, and the deep feeling of wellness in my soul. I am joyous. And this is from Matthew. When they saw that the star had stopped, they were overwhelmed with joy. So, would you please join me in repeating the affirmation? Joy, joy uplifts me as divine light shines from within me. Thank you.
And now is the time in the service when we prepare for meditation. Today we're just going to invite you to close your eyes, settle in, take some deep breaths, and Stoney's going to play us a lovely piano solo to prepare for meditation today.
If you haven't closed your eyes already, I invite you to do so now. Let's take a slow, deep breath and release it. And let yourself sink into your seat right where you are. Now I invite you to just be with your breath as it gently flows in and out naturally. We need not force anything. It is our natural state of being to breathe in and breathe out. I invite you to start imagining breathing in joy. And as you breathe out, let go of any concerns, any worries. Be aware of your breath as it flows in and it flows out. If there's any sensations in your body right now, be okay with them. Know that we are here in divine order to be with each other, to commune, to be in the presence of our divinity, of our oneness, of our connection. I invite you to take your attention down to your heart. And if you wish to just put your hand gently on your chest so that you have that connection palpable in you. I want you to consider thinking about someone you appreciate, someone you love, someone that brings you joy. And it could be a beloved pet, or even a place that brings you that joy, that peace that you desire throughout the day, throughout the week. Hold on to that feeling. I want to invite us to think back to those Christmas past. Whatever comes to your mind, let that be okay. It could be moments of joy. It might even be moments not so joyous. But consider that those moments that were not joy-filled may have brought you a lesson that you needed to learn, may have brought you a deeper understanding of yourself, to work on your spiritual self, to get you closer to that Christ consciousness. Because in truth, there is only one love and one presence in the universe, God, the good. And as you know, we are connected to this divinity. We do have that spark, that joy of that divinity within us. I want you to hold on to that as you bring it to this moment now, and know that you are experiencing that Christ consciousness of joy within you right here, right now, in this present moment. And let yourself be filled with this joy, with this love, with this peace. And sending hope around the city, around the country, around the globe. Hold on to that love and joy as we go into the silence. know that as you have been sending this energy of love and joy into the world, you will see the effects of this in Christmas futures, in the year to come. Hold on to this as you start slowly coming back into this present moment. And I would like us to chant, I am joy. I'll start it off and then you can join me. I am joy. Together. I am joy. I am joy. I am love. I am joy. I am peace. I am hope. And with this knowing, we welcome the Christ presence within us once again to be and do what it is for us to do as we go into the world today, tomorrow, and the years to come. We accept this and we are grateful for this in and through the name and the power of the Holy Spirit. And so it is. Amen. Thank you, Sonny, for the beautiful music. Thank you so much. Yes, absolutely. And to the rest of the band. I am going to copy from Dr. Paul Hasselbeck. Unfortunately, he did pass away at the beginning of this month, and I just want to give a shout out to him, and I'll be briefly mentioning about him again. But to that, he would say that he is glad to have a music team like this because it wouldn't matter if he falls flat on his face because you will remember them and it wouldn't matter what I say. So thank you. So we're in the fourth Sunday of Advent. Who knows what Advent is? I hope you guys know by now, right? So yes, of course, normally we understand Advent as the coming of Jesus Christ. It's those 4 weeks that we get prepared for that coming. And in unity, of course, we are preparing that birth of our own Christ consciousness. Who likes that? I hope some of you do. Beautiful. So we started with the first Sunday, and that was, we focused on hope and joy. And the first candle was lit for hope and joy. Hope being that expectation of the future good for you. And faith is that knowledge that your good is actually present right here, right now. Now, second Sunday, of course, we went into, okay, I lost my place here. The second Sunday, we went into peace. I knew this. I shouldn't have been trying to read this. And peace, of course, is that awareness that comes to us with the expectation of our Christ presence, our Christ consciousness. And last week, that I know you had Reverend Beth here, we focused on love. Now, you've heard it said before in unity circles that God is love, and therefore love is God, right? If God is love and love is God, and we are part of that connection, are we love also? I hope so, right? I hope we at least are trying to embody that love so that we can bring it forth around us to wherever we are. Now, when I did my talk personally for love, I call it the greatest love. And the reason I did that is because in the Bible, we hear about the greatest commandment. And that greatest commandment is when Jesus answers the Pharisees when they're trying to test them about what the greatest commandment is. And he says, love your God, your Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And then he went on to say, and another one is just like it, love your neighbor as yourself. I'd say that's pretty nice, huh? That's why we say in unity that there is only one love, right? There is only that divine love. And we are supposed to embody it here while we're here. So now it gets us to today, the fourth Sunday. And as you gather by now, we're focusing on joy, right? I don't know if this is but I thought about joy and what can I say about joy? And I think I'm going to be changing my pronouns to almond joy and mounds. Because sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Oh, thank you for laughing at that. All kidding aside though, joy, according to the revealing word from Charles Fillmore, where he gives us metaphysical meaning to words, he says that joy is the happiness of God expressed through his perfect idea, man, or human in general. So that means we are here to embody the joy of God. Now I mentioned Reverend Paul Hasselbeck, and the first thing I thought about this week with him is he really had the joy of teaching. By show of hand, who knew of him or knew him here? There's a few of you. For those who don't know about him, he literally wrote the book on metaphysics for, God bless you, for us in unity to learn from. And I always say, I actually took all the 4 metaphysics classes that I had to take, not with him, but I had a chance to sit in one of his classes after I had taken my metaphysics class. And I thought, I learned my 4 classes of metaphysics. I know everything. I'm going to go and just listen to him. And when I came out of that class, I felt like it was the very first metaphysics class I had ever been to. That's how impressive, how amazing he was. He took his joy of metaphysics and the understanding of joy and love to a different level. He even had a podcast with a couple of his colleagues, Reverends Bill and Cher Holton, and they called it Metaphysical Rump. And let me tell you, if you listen to that, and you can still do it, I think the website is metaphysicalrump2.com, and you can check out all their podcasts, and you have to be ready for it. Let me put it that way, okay? If you want to go really deep, you listen to that. So, having said that, one thing that Paul Hasselbeck reminded me when I was going through this is how Charles Fillmore mentioned what God was or what God is. Charles Fillmore says that God is universal principle. And as universal principle, it consists of all the other principles within it. And one of those principles is, guess what? Joy, right? So if joy is a principle, that means it's something we can work on. And not only that, but it's something that is within us, that is innate of us. Joy is not about trying to get something from outside. When we're doing that, we're actually trying to look for happiness. When we buy a new car, when we buy even a new Christmas tree, it'll bring us happiness for the moment, right? If we win the lottery, of course you'd be happy about that, right? But true joy comes from within. And I like to add a quote from Teilhard de Chardin, and he was a Jesuit priest, a French Jesuit priest, scientist, metaphysician, you name it. He was doing everything. He says that joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. Think about that. Joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God. So if that's true, why don't we really make an effort to work on that then, right? Work on being joyous. Why not start practicing, no matter what it is that we're doing around in our world? Bring joy to everything you do. Bring joy even to the simplest, most mundane, if you will, things. And I would like to bring back now, of course, we're going to focus on the joys of Christmas past, right? Now, to focus on the joys of Christmas past, I want you to reflect on the Christmas experiences of other years. I'm going to ask you actually to close your eyes, if you would, and really think back at those years past. Those could have been joys, those sadness, those fulfillments or disappointments that, as I mentioned earlier, in truth are working all together to bring us an awareness that we need to get closer to our Christ consciousness. And this is not about feeling shameful for what you have done or you have not done. It truly is to become aware of your Christ consciousness, of where it is right now for you in this present moment. So reflect on those memories and how it got you to where you are right now. And you may open your eyes. So yes, from the joys of Christmas past, we can experience the memory of peace and love. And I would like to add what I'm calling a joyous activity to do when you get home concerning the Christmas past, of course. I want you to write a letter of thanks to someone in your history. It could be someone that brought you joy or someone that brought you a little less than joy but helped you understand something so you can work on your spiritual work and get closer to your Christ consciousness. Let us listen to Joy.
When someone very dear calls you with the words, everything's all clear. That's what you want to hear. But you know it might be different in the new year. That's why we hang the lights so high. Joy. You loved it as a kid, and now you need it more like before. Candles in the gloom, light the room. Salvation Army band, yes, I understand. So light the winds of fire and watch as the flames grow higher. We'll gather up our fears and face down all the coming years and all that they destroy. And in their face we will throw our joy, 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 joy. It's why we hang the lights so high and gaze at the glow of silver birches in the snow. Because of the dark, we see the beauty in the spark. We must be alright if we could make up Christmas night.
Thank you. Oops, hold on, I just turned myself off. So yes, this brings us to Christmas present, right? In Christmas present, be ready to accept responsibility for your present joy or lack thereof. So whatever you have done in the past, whatever you have experienced for yourself, know that that joy that you have now may be related to how you saw things, how you experienced joy in those Christmas past. So it really is depending on what you focus on, right? In Unity, we talk about what we focus on, we bring about, right? We know that Charles Fillmore said, thoughts held in mind produce after their kind. It's nice and easy to remember because it kind of rhymes, doesn't it? So if you're not there yet with the joy, I would suggest use something we also use in Unity, our denials and affirmations. Who has heard here of denials and affirmations, right? A few of you. I hope a lot of you. But I know we have a few newcomers, so it's wonderful to have here. That's great. I hope you experience the joy that we will be experiencing all up here. I think you will too. I wait for it. So it is interesting that we have this in Unity that we can work with. If you're not there with the joy part, the denials has not anything to do with denying that something is happening to you. When we talk about denials in Unity, we're talking about that we don't allow those less than perfect thoughts to have power over us. So we deny those moments of sadness, those moments of disappointments to have power over us. And when we say those denials, then we add the affirmations of what it is that we want, what it is, those desires, those joys that we want to experience in the present moment and into the future. And it is interesting that the word present has a connotation of both now and being a gift. Isn't that interesting? So what does that tell you? Well, it tells me that the present moment is truly the gift of God to us. If anything else, if you want to consider that becoming present to the moment, to the now, is allowing the God presence, the Christ presence, the Christ consciousness within you in this moment. And we always say that right here, right now, in the present moment, everything is okay, everything is fine. We are not in any danger from any wild animals in here, are we? I hope not. So yes, be focused to the present moment. And when you engage in giving this Christmas season, give with complete awareness of the moment. Don't give because you're expecting something from someone else. We talk about tithing and unity, and we try to instill in you, if you will, that don't give. Yes, it's nice to give expecting something, because we talk about the law of tithing and of giving and receiving. But when you truly give with no expectations, that's when you truly see the miracles. And it doesn't have to be about giving money, but giving of your talents and giving of your services. That's what I think most of us are here for, to really learn to enjoy the present moment so we can come into our own and give from our joy, from our Christ consciousness. I want to add, and I think I actually came up with this a couple of years ago. I'd like to give you an acronym for joy. J-O-Y. Just open yourself. But it doesn't stop there. Being that we're in this season, I'd like you to consider saying, just open yourself to your Christ consciousness. I'd like you to repeat with me, I open myself to my Christ consciousness. Together. I open myself to my Christ consciousness. Oh, that felt good. Let's do it again. I open myself to my Christ consciousness. So yeah, just open yourself to your Christ consciousness. Not just today, not just Christmas Day, but any chance that you can think of it. Any moment, any day. Open yourself to your Christ consciousness so you can live and move and have your being from this consciousness. And you know that all things that you desire, I don't know how to speak today, will come to you. So being open to experiencing your Christ consciousness right here, right now, it is the true birth of the Christ. How many believe that? I hope some of you do, right? That's what we're here for. Develop daily habits. Could be morning meditations, morning prayers, journaling. If you haven't done it before, I know for myself, I'm not good at journaling, but I started journaling when I thought about, and I learned about that when you have dreams, you should journal them. And I've had dreams where, of course, as you know, dreams most of the time don't make any sense whatsoever, right? But when I find myself writing them down, I get intuitions. I get these knowings about what it is that dream had for me. And it's not just about your dreams, but journal. And I like to mention also, when you do it first thing in the morning or right before you go to sleep, do a little journaling of things you're grateful for. And since we're in the week of joy, why not journal things you are joyous for? Think about that. Even if life is not perfect, I want you to consider bringing joy into whatever it is that you're doing. If it's something that you're going to move forward to, if you have to get on I-95 or I-4, if those that know I-4, you might think, oh, okay, I heard it here already. But guess what? Bring joy to it. And you'd be surprised how things kind of unfold for you. And yes, I am guilty of getting upset also. But when I just flow with it, things just start unfolding for me when I'm on the road. And I've had a few of those experiences, thankfully. So from the joys of Christmas present, we can experience faith. And we know that faith is that knowing that our desire is right here, right now for us. Now, for Christmas present, I'd like to give you a joyous activity. Perform one secret Santa act of service this week with no mention of your name. And you'll see the joys come your way as we listen to Joyous, Joyous.
Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Opening to the sun above, join us. Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Opening to the sun above. Make the clouds of sin and sadness drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. All thy works with joy surround us. Earth and heaven reflect thy rays. Stars and angels sing around thee. Center of unbroken praise. Field and forest, vale and mountain, flowery meadow, flashing sea. Chanting bird and flowing fountain, call us to rejoice in thee. Joyful, joyful Lord, we adore thee. God of glory, Lord of love. Hearts unfold like flowers before thee. Opening to the sun above. Melt the clouds of sin and sadness. Drive the dark of doubt away. Giver of immortal gladness, fill us with the light of day. 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 Light of day.
Are we lucky or what? Thank you, thank you. To what I said earlier, I know I have no illusions that I'm going to say I'm just a sprinkle here for the ice cream. They're the ice cream, just so you know. So in Christmas future, remember that the Nativity is an unfinished story that must be resolved into completion by a birth experience in you. That's why I mentioned about developing a daily habit of prayer, meditation, even going out for walks in nature. If you like cycling like I do, playing music, singing, even dancing, right? So specifically for Christmas future, I want you to consider a kind of Christmas dream, if you will. Reflect on the Christmas you would like to experience, the gifts you would like to receive, the inner potentials you would like to unfold. Whatever joy you're working for in this present moment, remember that it will have those fruits in those future Christmas, right? The joyous activity, I actually have a couple for you for the future. The first one is, think about this, and I want you to do it when you get home, of course, but consider it now. Project yourself in imagination to Christmas night of 2026. Yes, a year from now. And right now, when you're home, write a diary account of the year as if it had happened and as you would like it to happen. I'm curious, who has done anything like this where you've written something as if it happened already or even talked about it? Has anybody practiced any of that? Now we know from those of you that have done it, when you do something like that, when you're speaking something like it's happened already in the past, or you're writing it down, it is more likely that whatever it is that you're desiring will come your way. So consider that as you're doing this. So when you're going through what you're thinking about for your future Christmas, consider all the facets of your life: financial, relationships, your spiritual work. Where would you like to be a year from now? And it's not about, can I be this great thing next year? No, it's just, are you better than you were yesterday? Take that every day in your life. Are you working towards something better for your future? And it's not about making you feel guilty if you're not. Just consider that when you haven't done it, guess what? Let's pick it up from this moment and start again, right? In A Course in Miracles, we hear that no matter what we do, no matter how bad we are, the moment to start is right now. There's always a chance to start again. Now, when you write all this and you go through everything in your life that you would like to experience for by next year, I want you to take that, what you've written, and put it in a bright colored envelope. And I'm sure we can find it somewhere. If not, take a coloring pen and color your, hey, why not? Do a little, like a little visioning board, color on your envelope and save it securely for next Christmas so you can put it into your Christmas tree, and that will be your gift to you. Does that sound like a good idea? I hope you guys are willing to do it. If I'm here next year, I want to check in on who's doing it, all right? Absolutely. I almost forgot. On the envelope, write, do not open until 2026, Christmas 2026. So remember that part. So yes, the future of Christmas is not about better decorations, better gifts, or grander parties. It is about the evolution of your soul. It is about becoming your Christ self now. Imagine the Christmas you truly desire, one defined by unshakable inner peace. This is the birthing of your Christ consciousness. And yes, the Christ consciousness is really that connection to our divinity, to God, and to each other. Through the joys of Christmas future, we experience the anticipation of the promise of hope, the hope of the awareness of our own Christ consciousness. And one smaller joyous activity that I want to add to you, for you, I should say, spend 5 minutes each morning in silence, visualizing a world governed by the Christ consciousness of peace and goodwill. Remember, from the joys of Christmas past, we experience the memory of peace and love. From the joys of Christmas present, we experience faith, which is that knowing that what we desire is ours right now. And from the joys of Christmas future, we experience the anticipation of the promise of hope, that hope of the awareness that the Christ's presence is coming forth for us. Not necessarily right now, but it could be tomorrow. But in truth, there is no past, there is no future, there is only the present moment. So let's enjoy. And I would ask if you would join us in singing Joy to the World with true joy and passion. And I would ask you to get up, stand up once again if you're able. Thank you.
His talk. Can we give a big thank you to Reverend Harold Correa for a wonderful talk this morning. We appreciate you so much being with us here and sharing your wisdom and your joy with our congregation. So this is the time in our service when we celebrate our prosperity, our abundance. We're just going to affirm today that we know that we are prosperous and abundant, and that as we leave the sanctuary to go out to hospitality, when we drop our offerings in the planters, we are planting the seeds of abundance for our own lives and for this ministry and for our community and for the larger world. Let's go ahead and say our offering blessing together. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. I am grateful. We want to say that unity is a place of prayer, and we have prayer chaplains here. Chaplains, can you just put a hand up and identify yourselves real quick? We have 2 up here in the front. Are there any in the back? No, just the 2 up here. And oh goodness, Jane, thank you. Yep, Ann and Jane are here to pray with you if you have a prayer need or a prayer desire this morning. Check the announcements in your bulletin and check the bulletin boards out in hospitality and in the hallway for more details about what's going on here in the ministry, fun things you might want to get involved with. Please come back on Wednesday evening for our Christmas Eve candlelight service. I believe it's at 6:30 on Wednesday evening. That will be fun and beautiful, and we'd love to see you all here. 6:30 on Christmas Eve. Yes, and it'll be a candlelight service with music. The band will be here. We have Stephen Downen, a wonderful tenor, joining us that evening too. So some special treats. Let's say our prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds me. The love of God enfolds me. The power of God protects me. The presence of God watches over me. The mind of God guides me. The life of God flows through me. The laws of God direct me. The power of God abides within me. The joy of God uplifts me. The strength of God renews me. The beauty of God inspires me. Wherever I am, God is. Please joyfully take hands across the aisle and we'll sing our peace song. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song of how to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. And so it is. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Stoney on piano over here. Kevin on the bass back there. And Ashton on the drums today. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. And so it is. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.